Happy Sunday, everybody! Man, I missed saying that. Happy Sunday, everybody! Thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you all are doing very well, and as always, I hope you're doing better than me. And oh my god, you have no idea how much I missed live streaming. Whether it is art, whether it is games, doesn't matter. I was craving to live stream again. Now, before I actually start today's show proper and actually do stuff, I do need to say a couple things. There's actually more than a couple, but anyway, for those of you who have missed the posts I made earlier this month, I, until further notice, will be unable to live stream for a while. Today is an exception, actually, but yeah. Because thing is, I started working as a... Is the microphone on? Yes, the microphone is on. I started working as an Uber driver earlier this month. And driving is fine. Hi, Riptane. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Driving is fine. I like driving. I like driving this city because I like this city. The problem is the times that I have to drive, and not even necessarily the times that I have to drive, but well, how can I make more sense? To make the most profit driving, at least in this city here, the ideal times to do it are from starting at 6 in the morning, Monday through Friday, from 6 in the morning until roughly around 9 in the morning, 10 more or less. Then again later in the late evening, afternoon, sorry, starting by around 4 in the afternoon and going up until 7 or 8 in the evening. And on weekends and holidays, starting on Friday evening, excuse me, which is a time window that I should normally be streaming the Gaming Friday on Fridays. So yeah, on Fridays I can't stream the Gaming Friday on the correct time because I gotta be out in the street driving people around. But anyway, holidays and weekends, starting on the Friday evening, going all through the night until Saturday morning, and then again on Saturday evenings, going all the way through the night again until Sunday mornings, and then once more on Sunday evenings. Now, technically speaking, hey Cora, I haven't seen you in forever. Then again, I haven't streamed in forever, so there's that. Happy Sunday, thank you for joining. Welcome. How I am? I can't really say I am well, in more ways than one. But thanks for asking. I hope you're doing better than me. I mean. But anyway, technically speaking, and in theory also, actually probably should say more in theory rather than technically speaking. But anyway, you know what I mean. I hope. In theory, I should be able to live stream like on Saturdays afternoon or Sundays afternoon as well. You know, the usual normal regular time for the Chill Art Sunday, because I should be home on those times, on those days. Because, yeah, I drive Friday evenings all the way through Saturday until Saturday morning. Then I come back home and I stay here to rest until I have to go out again in the late afternoon, early evening on Saturday and Sunday. The thing is, I can't live stream on Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons because if I drive all night long, well, I gotta sleep at some point. So, when I come back home on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings also, I could stay awake through the afternoon so I can live stream, or even start live streaming in the morning shortly after I come back home. But the problem is, I am always so tired and so sleepy that it's, well, live streaming in that situation, that condition is not really exactly possible, because I would likely fall asleep on camera. And don't even get me started on actually making any kind of progress or playing games correctly. when I am playing, if I am playing a game, because I've streamed before. I've played a game on stream before when I was about to fall asleep, and it was, forgive my French here, but it was a shit show. So yeah, because I have to drive all through the night, I can't really stream on afternoons because I'm asleep. Yeah, and I can't sleep while, I mean, I can't sleep when I am streaming, and I can stream when I am sleeping. So there's that. Which is the reason why I haven't streamed this entire month since the 4th of January, which was the very first live stream of the year. And that's it. Let's check the chat there. Healthy but emotionally very unwell. Well, welcome to the club. This club sucks. Someone did something very bad, someone I care deeply about. Oh, I'm very sorry. Yes, Reptane, like you! I remember that day that you fell asleep on camera while playing Power World. If MSN Messenger was still around, that would have been a perfect moment for me to send a nudge. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you are too young. Alright, see you some other time, Cora. Have a good Sunday. So yeah, but yeah. That's the reason why I haven't live streamed since the 4th of January. Because, well, I can't. On the times that I can, I have to be sleeping. Because if I just stay awake to live stream, it is actually going to be dangerous for me to go out and drive again, because it is not good to live stream. It is not good to drive when you are tired and, well, your body needs to sleep. It's dangerous. Can be very dangerous, and I hate to drive when I am tired. I love driving, but I hate to drive when I am tired. And I know how bad it can be. Thankfully, I've never had any issues before, but I am a responsible guy, so no driving if I need to sleep. So yeah, that's why I couldn't live stream for this entire month until now. And when I say until now, I mean basically just this one time, because I am very certain that I will not be able to live stream again for God knows how long. Today is an exception. I did just explain that I can't live stream on Sundays afternoon because I have to be sleeping to rest, so I can go out and drive some more later on the Sunday evenings. Today is an exception because I actually was sleeping when I was supposed to be driving yesterday. So I started driving. I started my driving shift. Yeah, I'll call it that. My driving shift. Last Friday evening, when I should be streaming the Gaming Friday normally, and I drove all through the night until Saturday morning, which was yesterday. Excuse me. Then I came back home in the usual time that I normally do, which was like around 8, 9 in the morning, more or less, 10, can't remember. I had my dinner when it was time to have lunch. And then shortly after this, and this now was early afternoon, I went to bed to take a nap because I needed to rest at least a little bit before I could go out again on Saturday evening, so I could drive again some more all through the night until today morning. Yeah, Sunday morning, which would be early this morning. The thing is, that nap I took yesterday, it turned into a full night of sleep. So when I woke up, it was today. Say today morning, like 9 in the morning, I think it was today. And then I decided to go back to bed for whatever reason, and I woke up at noon earlier today. Point is, I was sleeping when I was supposed to be driving, so I didn't drive. And since driving as an Uber driver on Sunday mornings and afternoons is actually pretty bad because people are home, they are not going out to parties or dinners or bars or whatever. There's hardly any trip requests, let alone good ones, worth worthy ones, I mean. So I decided to stay home this Sunday afternoon, which is now. So since I am not driving right now, I don't see why I slept. I am rested. I don't see why not live stream at least one Short Sunday. So hi, welcome to the Short Sunday. Anyway, that is the reason why I haven't been streaming lately, why I won't be able to stream for a little while, and why I am streaming today as an exception. Now, I am still trying to figure out the schedules and find a way that I can still do my stuff, you know, live stream, game, etc., while working as an Uber driver. It is being very difficult to figure out how to do it, mainly because sometimes I have to drive through the entire night, you know, until morning. That throws off everything that I can think of as far as schedules are concerned, and I still haven't been able to figure it out how the fudge I can work things out so everything work and match, and yeah, you know. Now you could say, but Mike, why don't you just change the days of the week where you live stream and the times, the hours you're supposed to go live? You know, change the schedule for the live streams to match the schedules of driving. Yeah, I thought about that, but there's a big problem with that. Let's talk about the Short Sunday first and foremost. The Short Sunday is supposed to go live on Sundays afternoon. And as I have just explained, in theory, I can still keep it on Sundays afternoon. The problem is, because I have to drive through the night, I need to sleep to rest so I can drive some more on Sunday evenings. So if I am sleepy on Sunday afternoons, I cannot live stream the Short Sunday on Sundays afternoons. As for the Gaming Friday and the Short Sunday also, let's say I shift the Short Sunday to some day of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. The only time that I would be able to go live on any day of the week, business days, and this applies to the Gaming Friday also, would be like late morning, early afternoon maybe, or very late in the night. And both of these, no, those were 3 times I just listed. Yeah, time windows. Those are times when most people are out working on the jobs. Some might be in school, and if we are talking about later in the night on those days, people are gonna be sleeping so they can wake up early in the next morning to go to work, myself included. So yeah, I still couldn't find any time window where I can shift the Short Sunday and or the Gaming Friday too, so I can still do them, you know, weekly, like I want to do, like I have always been doing, like I am supposed to. So yeah, I posted earlier on this month that until further notice, because of working as an Uber driver, I said diver. Uber diver. Anyway, that is why until further notice I am unable to live stream any of my streaming shows, the Gaming Friday, the Short Sunday, and whatever else I may do in between. That sucks. I don't like it. I feel miserable about not being able to do the things I like. And the worst part is that I am not even getting a profit out of this. So, anyway, enough yapping. Let's do some I was gonna say let's do some driving. No, I don't want to drive now. Let's do some drawing, shall we? Now, I should be working on some unfinished projects, but a few weeks ago I saw a post by the developers of GIMP. It just randomly appeared on my feed on Twitter. Let's do some no. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. That reminds me, some days ago, or 1 or 2 weeks ago, maybe, I don't remember. Anyway, it was very early in the morning. I was nearing my driving shift, nearing the end of my driving shift. It was already morning. The sun was out, but the streets were still quiet. I could swear I saw a person. I don't want to say homeless person because I don't know. That sounds a bit insensitive. But I'm pretty sure that whoever I saw that morning, it was a drug user. But that's not the point. The point is, I was driving. I glanced to the side a little bit. Actually, no, I didn't even do that. I looked at my left side mirror to check for traffic behind me, like a good driver is supposed to do. And I caught on the corner of my eye these 3 people with a black dog on the other side of the avenue I was driving at. I gave them a quick glance and then looked back because, you know, gotta keep your eyes on the road when you're driving. And I could swear I saw one of them sniffing the butt of that dog, like a dog does with another dog. I don't know if that is actually what I saw, but I could swear that is what I saw. I couldn't look any further because I was driving, so I was already gone by, you know. That was weird. Anyway, so the developers of GIMP, I saw a post of them a couple weeks ago where they said they released another, I think it was a major update that they mentioned. Actually, hang on, let me look at that. Let me check that. I posted about it. Let's see. Here. Tempted to do a round 3 of trying the GIMP experience on the Chill Art Sunday whenever I can get back to. Okay, so yeah, this was it. They released, I think this was a major update. We are happy to announce the 4th micro release. Okay, maybe it's not a major release. It's still an update though. The 4th micro release, GIMP 3.0.8, as we close into the release of GIMP 3.2, we wanted to share with you what may be the last set of bug fixes for GIMP 3.0. Yeah, okay, so they released this update, and you know how there's people out there who praise GIMP and say GIMP is amazing, GIMP is awesome, GIMP is the best program out there, GIMP is the perfect replacement for Photoshop. It is not! I have proven it before, at least twice on live stream, and a few other many times by myself in years past. GIMP is not nearly as good as some people claim it to be. It sucks, it is garbage, it is crap. I'm sorry, people who love GIMP, that is the truth, okay? GIMP is not, it's not even close to being a replacement for Photoshop. No. The only one that I believe that qualifies for that is Krita. And Krita lacks support for Photoshop brushes. Sorry, I don't like GIMP. Oh, but Mike, you don't like GIMP because you never used it right. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have. I was gonna say don't make me prove it again, but I am actually supposed to prove that again today, so... Anyway, I am aware GIMP does have stream dead. Well, no, the stream is working right there. What happened there? Anyway, I am aware GIMP does have its merits. Okay, it does. It will work well. I accidentally spat on my tablet. Fudge. Let me clean it. GIMP does have its merits. Stream froze, but when reloaded, it works again for 2 seconds before freezing again. It might be on your end, Reptane, because I have it open on the other side, on the other PC here, and it hasn't stopped for a moment. No freezes there. Anyway, I am aware GIMP does have its merits, okay? I do not deny that. I don't know what they are because I could not find any of them when I used GIMP ever before. But I'm gonna say it does have it, right? I'm gonna be fair. And thing is, for a power user, or at least quote-unquote power user, GIMP is not a good program. It's not. I know many artists, and none of the artists that I know use GIMP. None of them use GIMP for their art. I know there are artists who do use GIMP. I have seen a couple before in the past, but they are like a very big minority. Like there's a very few artists who use GIMP for their art. And I mean, if most artists don't use GIMP for their art, there must be a reason for that. And the reason for that is GIMP is not suitable. It is not a good program. It's the truth. It is not a good program for making digital art. As far as I'm aware, it is not a good program for photo editing. The interface is very cluttered. It's a mess. It's confusing. It lacks many important features that artists like myself included need out of a program. Things that only Photoshop, Krita, or even Paint 2 are able to provide. And the features that GIMP does have, that you may find on those other programs, they don't work right. Like, remember the times I tried to make a selection to create a mask layer like I do in Photoshop, and like I saw, it is possible to do in Krita? GIMP cannot do that. It couldn't do that, and I assure you, it cannot. It still can't do it with this new update they released. And that is a major, major thing. And I am 100% sure that I am not the only artist who need that feature to work properly. And GIMP cannot do it. So yeah, they made a new update. I'm pretty sure GIMP still sucks after this update. But let's be fair and give it another chance, you know? So let's go to round 3 of trying the GIMP experience. Also, excuse me again. Also, someone wrote to me when I made that post about trying out GIMP for the 3rd time, giving it a round 3. Someone suggested, I don't remember who it was, but suggested that I tried, I think it's called Photo GIMP, which from what I understand is a modification that you can download and install that changes GIMP and makes it more better, I guess? I don't know, I haven't tried that. But yeah, I haven't tried that, but I will try that as well. We will check that. We'll check both of those things. But before I can do anything, I first got to download the damn thing and install the damn thing because I don't have it installed. So let's GIMPify my PC. No problem, obtaining. Yeah, I think it is a problem on your end because the stream has been rolling normally on my other PC here. Alright, GIMP. Let's do this. Hang on. Hang on. I forgot I installed that browser extension. That changes the name of Microsoft to Microslop and a few other things. I forgot I had that. No, I don't want to download GIMP from the Microsoft store. Screw them. GIMP for x86, and yeah, this is the one. x86, x64. Microsoft. Oh, so true. Alright, download is going. And my god, my desktop is so messy. I clean up and organize my desktop, but then a day later it is messy again. There, download is done. Let's install this damn thing. All users. Even though I am the only user of this PC. What are the options for customization? The options for customization is to read the license agreement, which nobody ever does. Yeah, hold on. What else is in here? That's a lot of languages. Yeah, install. Create desktop icon. Yes, install. Trying to create restore points. Interesting. That's taken a while. I've installed programs before that create restore points before they make any modifications to my computer. None of them have ever taken this long to create the restore point. None of them. So if I were keeping a score right now, that would be a negative point for GIMP. One of many that I'm gonna be giving it. Man, I don't like GIMP. I don't like GIMP. Now, going back to what I was saying, that GIMP does have its merits, despite the fact that I have never found any of them. I will say this, as a maybe like giving it 1 point. In a pinch, GIMP will do. If you need to do something quickly, something very simple, GIMP might suffice. But if you are actually a power user, it's not gonna cut it. No. And again, there's a very good reason why most artists do not use GIMP for their art. It's not good. It's not good. Oh, Mark, GIMP is the perfect replacement for Photoshop. It is not. I have proven it before, and I'm gonna prove it again today. Setting up a GIMP environment. Oh yeah, so launch GIMP. Yeah, sure, whatever. Sorry, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, someone suggested me to try Photo GIMP. I downloaded the files for that, but I haven't installed this. I have no idea how to install it. But that is another thing that we are going to be checking out today. First of all, though, let's check out how bad GIMP still is, because I'm pretty sure they did not fix any of the issues that I have always had with GIMP. I don't think that we are going to spend much time working, dealing with that, doing that, I mean. I forgot what I was going to say. Right, so I don't think I am going to be spending much time, because I don't believe there is a lot to be proven here. But after I am done doing the testing, so to speak, I will try Photo GIMP and see what that does and how less bad GIMP becomes, maybe, if at all. So yeah, excuse me. Depending on how short of a time this takes, I will probably be doing something else on today's stream besides just checking out GIMP and Photo GIMP. But yeah, let's focus on just this for now. Alright, let's see, what is this? You installed GIMP 3.0.8. Yes, I know, I just did that. GIMP is a free software, blah blah blah. Personalize. Dark colors, yes. My eyes. Let's not do that again. It is just some stuff to customize the interface a bit, I guess. Icon scaling. I don't remember seeing this before. Those icons, they are big. Override icon sizes. Yeah, one of the gripes that I have always had with GIMP is that because of how badly designed, how poorly designed its interface is, there's a lot of wasted space on it, and it takes up a lot of what would be useful canvas area. You know, the canvas, the space you have visible for the canvas, available for the canvas, it is much smaller than it could be, and then than what it is on other programs. Changing the size of these icons does not really help with that, though. Not at all. I'm gonna have them small, but yeah, no. I cannot read a single thing now. Let's not do that again. Merge menu and title bar. Nah, no need for you to do that. Use tool groups. Use a single button for grouped tools. Oh, great, as if the interface wasn't already cluttered enough. Check for updates, yeah, sure, whatever. Contribute, no. Create, no. Release notes, no. Let's just close this. Right. That's so much of a wasted space over here. Look at that. Sure, I can move it, but that's still wasted space. Photoshop and Krita do a much better job at managing the area you have available for the canvas. Alright. Let's do something here. Let's check out this damn thing. And I am going to use these emotes that I have made shortly ago, a few weeks ago, as my guinea pig, I guess. Let's bring this into GIMP. What? Keep the embedded working space. Keep the image's color profile. The image has an embedded color profile. Convert the image to the built-in sRGB color profile. Why are you asking me this? Yep. Keep, I guess. Anyway. So yeah, let's try to color this the way I normally do on Photoshop and the way Krita is able to do also, because Krita does this perfectly, just like in Photoshop, just as good as Photoshop. Let's see about this guy, GIMP. I already hate this. Where's my... There is no navigation bar. This thing is gonna make me browse folder by folder. Let me show you Photoshop and Krita. Where is Krita? No, hang on. What am I doing? Let's just cancel this, minimize again. Actually, no, this one can be closed. Let me show you Krita and the Photoshop. Opening Krita now just made me remember one thing that I was supposed to have done at the start of the show, and after going from the intro scene on Photoshop, I was supposed to go to this one, and I forgot about it. Yay for my memory. Anyway, Photoshop, the big daddy. Hey, that sounds so strange. Anyway, let's open a file in Photoshop. There. I can navigate more easily. I can just write the address of where the folder that I want is down here, you know, and it will find it for me. Easy. Photoshop can do that. Let's see Krita. Oh, look at this. Krita can do even better. You can type up here. You can type up there or down here the address of the folder you want. This thing, I can't type anywhere. to go to the folder that I want. I have to manually open one by one to get there. Who thought this was good design? I'm not UI designer, but I know a good design when I see one. And this is not a good one. Now on Linux, you normally can type the address of some folder directories by hitting Control L. Let's see if GIMP can do that. Okay, it can, but that's annoying because it is not straightforward. It is not intuitive. No one is gonna guess that hitting Control L will give you access to typing stuff up there. Oh, but Mike, that is a normal thing on Linux. It is still not something that the operating system tells you can do. I only know this because I looked up online on Google how to do it. I mean, if it was even possible to do that, because otherwise I would never guess that pressing Control L would give me access to this. Anyway, GIMP sucks. But fine. Let's say this is just a nitpick of mine, okay? Let's give it the benefit of the doubt, because yes, it can be done if you hit Control L. So let's call this a nitpick, okay? Anyway, what am I looking for? Right, I'm looking for the folder emotes, and then derg think and head. No. I want this character's color set. Yeah, give me this one. Shut up, GIMP. Just give me the thing. Alright. Oh, I can't. Oh, I hit Control O by accident. I can't zoom in if I hit Control plus, minus, or 0. That is not a thing in GIMP, at least not natively anyway. Fine. Okay, let's. I don't think hitting I on the keyboard gives me the color picker. Yeah, no, that is not the color picker. What is your keyboard shortcut for the color picker? Oh! Who thought naming the color, giving the color picker the O shortcut was intuitive? It isn't. Ah, whatever. Am I even picking the color? Hello? Yes. Now I saw it. It's up there, very tiny over there. Yes, it's there. Anyway. So yeah, let's color this. Not just color this, but I am also going to draw a neck on here, just to test the creation of a layer mask. Again, because if you recall, that is something that GIMP can't do. Well, it can't do it right, you know. So yeah, actually, instead of working on this, let me go on CorelDRAW very quickly and give this head a neck, just for this purpose. So give it a moment for Corel to draw. Give it a moment for CorelDRAW to load. It takes a while on the first boot. It takes a while. Yeah. Ah, someone released a new update for a game that I downloaded from itch.io. That's nice. Alright. Remove that. Yeah, I can remove that also. This here, let's yeah, sure, convert to curves. Why not? What thickness are these 5 pixels. This. Okay, that is correct. This is not going to be a perfect neck, because one, this picture is not supposed to have one in the first place, and two, all I need is something going down here and touching the edge of the canvas. So it doesn't matter if this is done correctly or anything, I just need it to exist. Oh, actually, hold on. Oops. Yeah, there, that'll do. Oh, I forgot to set the thickness of this. There, 5. Now just one more line. Oh, hi, Bob. My cat's here. Meow, meow. He just laid next to my feet. Okay, this will do. I will not be erasing this line here because that is not required for this test. Oh, wait, no, wrong thing. Wrong. Man, I am so good at clicking all the wrong things. What resolution am I working with on this picture? Have I seriously not written down? I always write down. Yep, I have not taken notes of what resolution to use. Fine, it doesn't really matter. Test temp. I saved it on the wrong folder. Yay. Let's give it a resolution of 1000. Doesn't matter. Why can't I type? Yeah, there we go. Now I'm gonna have to go to the folder where I saved it. What was it called again? The Flame of Judgment. Yes, it's this one. Right here. That, oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Why do I have this open? Alright, so this here is what I'm going to be using. GIMP cannot open a file if it already has something open here when I drag the thing into it. Really? It just... I'm not going to insult GIMP. I'm not going to insult GIMP. I am not going to insult GIMP. Oh. Okay, yeah, Control L. I was about to say, oh, I forgot. I cannot use directory writing or whatever. Don't ask me again. GIMP, you stupid. Alright. Why must it give me this? Just make the damn layer. Just do it. Alright. Give me the paint buckets. Where? Oh yes, colors over here. Can you switch colors? Yes, you can switch colors with X. There. And make a new layer on top. Why? What even is the point of this? Just make the layer. Okay, so this here is what is going to have the colors. So let's name it colors. This here is going to be the line arts. Oh my god, I misspelled line arts entirely. Alright. Just for reference, okay? Let me do this in Krita and Photoshop. I don't need this here anymore, so let's close without saving. Just for you to see what exactly I'm gonna be trying to do here. Let's open Krita and Photoshop again. I'm going to begin this little demonstration with Photoshop, just because this here is what I always use. It's my daily driver for my art, right? So it is something. I forgot what I was going to say. It is. Anyway, here, let's remove the guidelines. I am going to remove one little chunk of the neck on the bottom of the canvas here, which normally I would not do, but because I did not really prep this picture here to be recolored, I guess, or to have a neck, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, but here you can see here that in Photoshop the line art is touching the edge of the canvas, right? That is very clear, right? Are we all on the same page here? Okay, so what does this mean? It means that out here, all around this picture here, there is nothing. No lines, no objects, no elements exist out here. Okay? So if I use the magic wand, for example, and click here to make a selection all around this, because this line is touching the edge over here, Photoshop understands there is nothing around here, so it is not supposed to select anything past the canvas itself, right? This empty area. So I don't know if you can see this on stream, but there's those little lines I can't remember the name of when you make a selection. Let me make another layer here and just add some color to it so we can see it more easily. So here, magic wand, select. See all of these lines going all around here? These are the selection, right? So because this line and this line, because they are touching the edge of the canvas, Photoshop understands there is nothing past the edge of the canvas, therefore there is nothing for you to select, right? The line ends here, the canvas ends here, so that's where the selection should end as well. And what this allows me to do is this. So here, this layer here is for colors, right? Let me change the color of this background layer here just so I can use the green that I already have there. This here, line arts. Okay, so I have a selection on Photoshop. Now I'm gonna go here on select, modify, expand by 1, yes. Control Shift I to invert the selection. And with that, now I select the layer that is going to have my colors. So this one here, I click on this little icon. Can you even see it? Yes, you can. Hey, hi! Loverboy, hey, thank you for joining. Loverboy on Picarto, thank you for joining the stream. Welcome, happy Sunday. So yeah, click this, and now Photoshop has created a mask layer for the layer that I have selected, right? So, clicking here, and hang on a sec. Why? Oh, hang on. I changed the color of the background before I. Let me start this over. Name change. No. Yeah, here. I changed the color while a selection was in place here, so it messed things up a little bit. There we go. Now I can do this proper. So here, selection, select, modify, expand by 1, invert the selection. Now I can go on the colors layer, turn it into a mask layer, and there we go. So yeah, as you can see, if I move my brush down here, touching the edge of the canvas, I cannot apply any other color to anywhere other than inside the neck. See? See? Nothing. Nothing goes outside. Why? Because the line arts are touching the edge of the canvas here, therefore there's nothing else to select. The selection cannot move around this line or this line. Otherwise, if it could, then I would also be drawing on the empty area here, you know, on the outside. Okay, so that's how it works. I don't know why I just slapped my tablet. This is how it works in Photoshop. Easy, simple, efficient. It just works. Let's do the same thing in Krita now. Let's open image. Give me this here. Test temp. Yes. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on Krita. Okay? The exact same thing. Oops. Oh. Oh. I accidentally discovered a new feature. I hit M on the keyboard to grab the selection tool, like I normally do on Photoshop, but that does a different thing on Krita. Here, this is what I want. What is the keyboard shortcut for this one? It's Control R. Okay. So here, select there, 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 and here on the bottom as well. This is exactly what I did in Photoshop. Okay, same thing, same workflow. Let's just, how do I move it again on Krita? Here, no, that's for panning around. Here, this. Okay, so as you can see here, the line arts, they are touching the edge of the canvas. Okay, again, just like in Photoshop, there is nothing around here. Nothing. There's nothing to be selected because these edges here, that's where the picture is supposed to end. Therefore, when I use the magic wand tool to make a selection here, just like I did in Photoshop, Krita is supposed to understand that there is no image outside of the edges of the canvas, right? And therefore, it is not supposed to select anything else past the edge, right? Let's make a new layer here. This is going to be our color layer, which will have the mask layer also. So let's name it colors. This here is where the line arts are. Okay. Magic wand. What is your keyboard shortcut? Oh, you actually have a different name for it. No problem. The tool is the same. It does the same thing. There. I made my selection, and I don't know if you can see, but the selection, just like in Photoshop, did not apply itself to the inside of his neck over here. See? Let's now make the mask layer just like I did in Photoshop, although the steps to do that are slightly different on Krita. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Where's expand the selection? Here, row selection. 1 pixel. Now, is it Control-Shift-I as well to invert? Yes, it is. Okay, so now let's select the colors layer. Let me just confirm it did indeed invert. Yes, it did. Okay, perfect. How do I do mask layer here again? I think it's in here. Filter, fill, file, transparency mask. Yes, I think it is this transparency mask. Yes, I think it is that. So now I select this here. And hang on, I need my colors. Load up. Here, this will do. Color picker, give me this nice green. And now give me the brush. Okay, so let's put a solid color on the back there. Hang on. Doesn't really matter which color I pick to do this. It's just something. Yeah, that'll do. That's too dark. Yeah, that's good enough. Again, exactly the exact. I'm doing here the exact same thing as I just did in Photoshop, right? Just to show you how well Krita can handle this workflow, and how well it can work, actually. You know, how well it can provide to me, the artist, the tools that I need to do the things that I want. So we have our mask layer. Let's now add colors, just like I did in Photoshop. Let me just make this brush a bit bigger. Oh, hang on, I might have... Oh, I'm using the wrong color. Anyway, there it is. It is coloring it exactly like in Photoshop. Why? Because the selection I made just worked. The picture ends at the edge of the canvas. The lines are touching the edge of the canvas. Therefore, when a selection was made, Krita understood that... Let me pick this. It understood that it was not supposed to select anything at all, past the edge over here. Why? Because this line is touching that edge, and this line is also touching this edge. So they're basically blocking any, let's say, access of the selection. They are blocking the access to the inside of the neck here. So when I made the mask layer, just like in Photoshop, it did not include this area here. So when I apply color, nothing can go outside here. Am I making sense? I hope I am making sense. Anyway, so as you can see, this very basic, I must put some emphasis on very and basic here. This very basic feature, function, whatever you want to call it, this is a very basic thing that Photoshop can do, Krita can do as well, and just as well too. Now, GIMP. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on GIMP. The exact same thing I did on both of those programs, I'm gonna do it on GIMP. This is also the exact same picture. Alright, let's see, where's your selection stuff? Rectangle select tool. Okay. Select that, that, and that. Now delete. Okay, the guidelines are gone. Wait, Control D did not unselect. It did something. What did it do? It just duplicated the thing. What the fudge? Invert. How do you unselect? Shut up, phone. How the hell do you unselect? None? Why the option to unselect is called none. Is that a nitpick? Is that a nitpick of mine? Am I being too nitpicky? Whatever. Let's now move this so the lines down there touch the edge of the canvas. Wait, is this to move or is this to pan around? Question. Why has it moved the background that is on this layer over here that I do not have selected right now? The layer that I selected, and therefore the one where any kind of changes are supposed to be applied, is this one here. This one that has the line arts. Why did it move the contents of this one? The other programs don't do that. Why did it do that? What is this tool called? Move layers, selections, and other objects. Why is it moving that one? Here, I 100% selected the line arts layer. And yet, when I try to move it, it moves the stuff that is on this layer here. And while it does that, it automatically selects that layer. Why is it doing this? I hate GIMP. No, but seriously, why is it doing that? Photoshop and Krita don't do that. Here, I'm gonna show you how they do that, or rather how they do not do that again. So Krita, reopen this file, make a new layer here, right? Yeah, there. Same thing, okay? Same thing. Line arts, colors, okay? Same thing. Yeah, oops, wrong tool. Here, let's remove these guidelines again. And now let's move. Where's the move tool? Here, I have the line arts layer selected. Okay, so any changes that I apply, that I make here now, are going to be applied only to this layer. So when I move all of these line arts down, so they touch the edge of the canvas, Krita is not supposed to select this layer and move the background like GIMP does. So here, select the line arts layer, move the line arts. Simple, easy, does what it is supposed to do, exactly the way it is supposed to do, right? What about Photoshop? Here. Line arts, colors, doesn't matter that I typed the wrong thing there. Here, background, let's remove the guidelines. Okay, now here I have the line arts layer selected. Okay, so when I try to move, it is not going to move the background like this, like GIMP does. Here, select the line arts layer, move the line arts layer. Again, just like Krita, it does what it is supposed to do. It does it the way it is supposed to do it. It just works. So why the hell is GIMP not doing that? Look, I am selecting the line arts layer. Now it... What? I need an adult. Excuse me. Wait a minute. No, it's moving the background again. What the hell? Yeah, look, I have the line arts layer selected. It is not. It moves the background, which is on another layer. But why has it moved the line arts that one time? What did I do different here? It does not do what it is supposed to do. It does not do it the way it is supposed to do. It just does not work. It works apparently whenever it feels like. Look, line arts still moving the background no matter how many times I click on the line arts layer, and I have no idea why the hell it moved the line arts that one time. Like now. I think I know what is going on here. Let me test it. Oh god. My phone scared me. Yeah. Anyway. Is it possible that the reason why this is happening is because when I click to move, I am clicking on the empty area here, the white, so it thinks that I want to move that other layer, but if I click on the line arts, no, then actually yes. So because I click on the white area, regardless of where exactly that is, because I click there, even though I have the line art layer selected, GIMP thinks that what I want to move is that layer over there. It only understands I want to move the line arts if I click on the line, on any of these lines themselves. Wow. Just wow. That is awful. Now, you may say, Mike, that's another nitpick of yours. No, this is not a nitpick. And you know why? Because when you are working on whatever it is you are working here, you want to save time. And sure, the waste of time here is not very big, but if you have to be so precise as to click on the line itself to move the thing you want, that's an extra step on the workflow that's it's completely unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. Look, if I want to move the stuff over here, I shouldn't have to click exactly on the lines if I already have the layer selected. See, I have the layer selected. It doesn't matter where I click here. The program understands I want to move the stuff that is inside this layer. Krita does this right, it understands. Photoshop does this right, it understands. Why can't GIMP, the so-called perfect replacement for Photoshop, why can't GIMP do the same thing? So, look, if you want to say GIMP is a superior program to Photoshop or just as good as Photoshop, it should be able to. It should do this the same the same way Photoshop does it. It should. It absolutely should. Just out of pure curiosity, Let's see what paint.net does in regards to that. So actually, does paint.net even have layers? No, it does, but I don't think it has a layer mask, which is fine, no problem. For what I want to test here, this is fine. Okay, so there, I have my line arts, and let's move just this stuff here, not what is on the background layer here, just what is on the line art layer. I'm gonna assume move selection, move selected pixels. I think it's gonna be this. No, that's not it. Then this. Yes, it is this. See? It is moving just the lines that I drew, just like Photoshop and Krita does. If I select the background layer and try to move it, then it moves that. And look, Paint.net is an incredibly simple program. By all accounts, it is way inferior to Photoshop, inferior to Krita, even inferior to GIMP. And yet, it can do this perfectly, exactly how it is supposed to be done. It just works as well. It just works. I don't have to click exactly on the line to move just the lines. I can click anywhere. So long as I have the layer selected, it is going to move what's inside, what's in that layer. Krita. GIMP can't do that. It can't. I have to be very precise with where I grab it. But okay. I mean, not really. Also, I am holding shift to not move to the sides here. GIMP can't do that, apparently. What if I hold control? I don't know what it's doing, but it's not what I need. I just use the keyboard. There. The line art is now touching the edge of the canvas, just like in Krita, just like in Photoshop, just like in Paint.net. See? It's touching it, so there's nothing out here anywhere to be selected. Nothing. Can you not have the selection anymore, please? Whatever. Anyway, there's nothing outside the canvas. Okay? Let's select everything. Foreground select tool selects a region containing foreground objects. Okay, so this is what I want. I think this should be the same tool that I use in Photoshop and Krita, just with a different name. Okay, no, that's the wrong tool. Wait, what the hell? What do you mean replace the current selection? Oh no, wait a minute. Fuzzy select tool, select a contiguous region of the basis of color. Ah, there we go, that's it. Okay, this is the correct tool. However, look at this. It thinks there is something outside of the canvas. It went around the line arts and selected the interior of the neck. So now if I make a mask layer here, it is going to apply color inside the neck as well. How do I do that on GIMP again? New blah blah blah, boundary, no, select view image. I remember having a lot of troubles getting GIMP to make a mask layer. Is this here, I think? Yes, it is. Okay, now I have my mask layer like in Photoshop and Krita. Let's color. I forgot to invert the selection. Yeah, hold on. I don't know the keyboard shortcut for that on GIMP. Oh, it is Control I. Okay. Add mask layers. There we go. Okay. So far, it is working just like in Krita and Photoshop, except... See? It doesn't color here in the neck. Why? Because I inverted the selection, then it understands the area it is supposed to color is actually the lines themselves. Because otherwise, if I don't invert the selection when I make the mask layer, here, invert the selection again. And layer mask. There, see? It colors inside the neck. Oh, but Mike, you just did it wrong. Did I? Did I? Here, Photoshop. Select. This is the same thing that I just did in GIMP. Okay, make a mask layer there. I didn't invert the selection. I just selected it and clicked to create a layer mask. Oops. See? It's not coloring inside the neck. Need any more proof? Here, I'll give it to you. Krita. Select. No mask layer, no inverted selection. Can I make the mask layer straight from here? No, it has to be from here. Add transparency. Yes. Brush, brush, brush. B. Yes. Hang on. Gotta switch colors so we can actually see what is going on here. There. See? Just like in Photoshop, it is not coloring inside the neck. Why? Because when I made the selection before I made the mask layer, Krita and Photoshop understand there's nothing else outside of the edges of the canvas. Therefore, they are not supposed to go around the line art and select the inside of his neck here too, like GIMP does. God, I hate GIMP. This is something so simple, and GIMP can't get this done right. Why? I have no idea. It just can't. See, if I select the line art layer again, it still thinks there is something down there, even though I had erased the guidelines there. Okay, I will give this thing the benefit of the doubt. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And let's make this a little differently. Let's close this. Wrong folder. Here. Let's remove these lines here on the bottom and modify the size of this canvas. So now the canvas itself will end at the end of this line here. So if I copy all of this, paste here, there, see? Now the picture is going to, oh, excuse me. Now this picture is going to end at the edge of the canvas. And I'm going to give this to GIMP. PNG test temp 2. Okay. Let's open this on GIMP. All right. Just confirm. Right? See? The line ends at the edge of the canvas. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let's use white. There. So this is our background layer. Okay. And you can see here, the lines are ending at the edge of the canvas. Let's go back to the layer where the line arts are. And let's remove these guidelines from the top and sides. Again, just like before, just like in Krita, just like in Photoshop, and I would say just like in Paint.net as well, but I didn't do this over there. But I'm pretty sure it would work similarly or just as well. Anyway, point is, those are now gone. Now, because the original image is now actually touching the edge without me having to move anything. Oops, that's a group. How do I delete this? There. Does this mean that when I make my selection, it is still going to go around and select the inside, or it will finally understand that the picture ends at the edge of the canvas? Let's find out. So here, I have my line arts layer selected. Let's pick the fuzzy select, which is GIMP's version of the magical wand. Now it understood. Now it understood. I can see it has not selected the inside of the neck. So that means if I... how do I expand the selection on GIMP? Grow by 1, yes. Now invert the selection. Let's go here and make a mask. So now, where's the brush? Only now, only this way, it understands that it is not supposed to select anything outside of the canvas. This is not ideal. This is not ideal. And again, you may say that I am just too nitpicky about this, but look, if you are drawing something, it doesn't matter what it is, if you are drawing something and for whatever reason you need to move a certain element on your picture, and after that you need to select something, you know, how can I say this? I shouldn't have to edit a given element that I am working on. I shouldn't have to edit that in a way that I don't even know how to explain this. I mean, look, if I am working on something like this, right? Let me remove these guidelines from here. Okay, actually no, not this one. This one here. The original one where these lines are here on the bottom. Okay, so I drew something, but I need to move it for some reason. Okay, so I move it there. Now it's touching there, and now I want to make a selection. There. I should not have to take this picture, go on another file or even on another program altogether and edit it. So this gap that is here is completely gone before I have to move anything. I'm sorry, I know I am not really making much sense, but the only way for GIMP to understand it is not supposed to select anything outside of the canvas here is if the image is already touching the edge without me first moving it. That is, if I take an image, put it on GIMP, and then I move it, and it goes, some part of it goes past the edge of the canvas, GIMP thinks it should still reach outside of the canvas to go around the line there to make a selection. And for it to not do that, I have to save the picture with that bit of the picture touching the edge. But then the new file that I save is actually going to quote-unquote cut the image in that area there. So what goes past the canvas is no longer going to exist when I open this new version of the file. I should not have to do that if I want to make a selection like this. I shouldn't. But GIMP forces me to do it. This is annoying. This is bad design. This is an addition of a few extra steps on a workflow. This is not intuitive. This is not practical. This is not efficient. It just isn't. There is no defending this. Nuh-uh. Krita does it well. Photoshop does it well. I'm pretty sure if I try to move stuff and select, assuming Paint 2 Sai, yeah, even Paint 2 Sai, I'm pretty sure that if it has this feature available, it is going to work similarly as it does in Photoshop and Krita. GIMP cannot do it. And I don't know about you, but this is a major thing for me in my workflows, and this disqualifies GIMP's usefulness. It absolutely does. I'm swapping my empty mug with my water now. And why does it disqualify GIMP? In case it hasn't been, it wasn't clear enough yet already. This is something very basic, very basic. Since I mentioned the Paint 2 Sai, let's take a look at it. Many artists, trial period, what? Whatever. Many artists use Paint 2 Sai as their daily driver art software. Open recent? New? Oh, it's not gonna let me use it because the trial period expired? I thought this program was free. Well, it doesn't matter. I can simulate the same thing here. So let's say this is my character, okay? So that's the head. This is the neck, okay? That is touching the edge of the canvas. Let's now make a new layer. Move this down. This here is going to be the background layer. Where's the paint buckets? Do you have a paint bucket? Paint 2 Sai? If it does, I can't find it. Ah, here, bucket. Found it. That icon almost looks like a pencil. That's why I was confused. Anyway, let's put a color on this background here. Now let's make a new layer, and this is the layer where the colors are gonna go. Okay? So let's grab green. Let's select the layer that has the line arts. Excuse me. How do I select everything? Here. Wait, is that right? Magic wand. How do I unselect everything? Just to make sure this is actually working. As I am expecting it is. Select, no. Clear, Control D. Okay, that is right. I am pretty sure Paint to Side is also understanding the picture ends at the edge of the canvas here, because it didn't turn the inside purple. So if I go here on the layer, I don't think it has expansion for the selection. Increment by 1. Okay, maybe it is this here then. Let's now invert the selection. Can Paint to Side make mask layers? Yes, it can. Okay. Let's now use the brush. And look at that. It just did exactly the same thing and just as well as Photoshop and Krita. It just did that. But okay, let's say it only happened because I drew this to touch the edge of the canvas, and I didn't move something to the edge of the canvas. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt, okay? So, wrong layer. Okay, let's say Chill Art Sunday. More like Rage Art Sunday, I guess. Alright, so let's say this was just imported, like this here. Okay, so I have the gap down there. So there's the gap there, right? So, as it is now, if I grab the magic wand and make a selection, as you can see, it does select the inside. Let's try now moving this. Let's draw something else here too. There. Just to say I made some changes here, doesn't matter. Let's now move this down and make it touch the edge. Even better, I'm going to move this down a little bit more past the edge. Let's see if Paint to Side will understand the picture now is supposed to end here, and that it's not supposed to select the little bit of this picture that is past the canvas. Let's see. It understands. It 100% understands. Here, mask layer, color, there. Paint to Side understands. It works just as well as it does in Photoshop and Krita. It understands, it works, it is efficient, it's practical, it works. Alternative title, Local Brasileiro rents about GIMP for 3 hours. Yeah, but I mean, look at this crap. Photoshop does it, Krita does it, Paint to Side does it. I'm pretty sure Paint.net also does it. Here, let's do it. Let's do the same thing here. Okay, I made 2 layers by accident, but that's fine. Here, this layer, shut up, there. This layer, this is going to be the line arts. Okay, there, oops, there. Head, neck. Okay. So, could you stop doing that? Do you have a magic wand? You do. Okay, see? It selected the inside because the lines, they are not touching the edge of the canvas. Okay, let's now move this stuff. Oops, how do I move it? Here's this one. Let's now move these line arts to beyond the canvas. Okay. Photoshop understands it is not supposed to select anything past the border of the canvas. Krita does it. Paint to Side doesn't. Does it. Magic Wand, select. I can already tell. Paint.net also does it. Can I expand the the selection? Resize, no adjustments. If that can be done, I am not seeing the option, but doesn't matter. Let's invert the selection, just like I did in Photoshop, Krita, etc. How do I do that on Paint.net? Delete layer duplicates, merge, toggle visibility, flip, image. Use the mouse. Can't Paint.net invert the selection? Ah, it's here. Maybe the expansion is here somewhere? No, it's not. Alright, let's just invert the selection. Actually, I don't think Paint.net has mask layers. But anyway, point is, it is selected exactly the way it is supposed to be. Let me see if there's an option here to make a mask layer, but I don't think there is. Yeah, no, I don't think Paint.net has that option. But even if it did have it, if I try to color with the selection here, it should color exactly in the area that I wanted to. Doesn't matter which color I pick here, I'll just grab that. There, see? It is only coloring in the area that I had selected, just like Photoshop, just like not GIMP, just like Photoshop, just like Krita, just like the whatever this is, Paint to Side. It just works. It works the way it is supposed to. It understands. It's efficient. It's practical. It is better than GIMP. GIMP can't do that. And this is a very major issue. Very, very, very major. The interface is cluttered. The available real estate you have for your canvas is more limited than on the other programs. The brushes are ugly. Selection of elements does not work the way it's supposed to. It can understand that if something touches the edge of the canvas, that's where the picture ends. Again, for basic, simple stuff, I suppose GIMP will do it. In a pinch, it will be fine. But if you need to make any kind of more advanced use out of this program, it is not a good option. And by far, it is not at all a replacement for Photoshop. Krita is more deserving of that title, not GIMP. GIMP is awful. So I just gave GIMP a third round of chances, and it's still disappointing. It still sucks. It's still bad. Don't use GIMP. Download Krita. If you cannot get Photoshop, get Krita. Krita is completely free. I'm not sponsored, but I wish. Krita is completely free, has many fun features. It works just as well as Photoshop. My only complaint about Krita is the lack of support for Photoshop brushes. And that's it. as far as I am concerned, Crit is just amazing. So yeah, if you can get Photoshop for your stuff, use Crit instead. GIMP is awful. It's not worth your time. Okay, so that was GIMP as is, right? Let's now try this modification that I have been recommended, Photo GIMP. I don't know what this does exactly, or how the hell I installed it in the first place. But let's see if it makes GIMP any more usable. No, seriously, how to install this? I'm assuming maybe I'm supposed to move these two to the folder where GIMP is installed. Let's see, open file location. Is there a README somewhere? I need instructions. I need instructions. Photo GIMP. A patch for optimizing GIMP 3.0 Plus for Adobe Photoshop users, including features like tool organization to mimic the position of Adobe Photoshop, new splash screen, new default settings to maximize space on the canvas. This is one of my complaints, the amount of wasted space in reduced canvas as a side effect, a byproduct rather. Shortcuts, blah blah blah, new icon, how do I install it? This patch is originally intended to work with the Flatpak version of GIMP for Linux, but it can be used in almost any package format with no restriction by extracting the files on the correct folders. Let's see, Windows. In order to install the newest version of PhotoGIMP on your Windows, make sure you already have GIMP installed. I do. Start and quit GIMP after installing. I did that. Download the files from this repository or click here. Did I download the wrong things? No, I didn't. This is... yeah, this is the same thing. Okay. Extract the content from photogimp.zip to a folder of your preference. Copy the 3.0 folder, hold the Windows key and open execute. It's an app data. App data / GIMP. Paste the 3.0 folder inside the GIMP's folder that you just opened. When prompted, all the existing files replace. Okay. Alright, so that's simple. Oops. Okay, close this. That's the wrong thing. Here. Yes. Yes. And yes. What else? That's it. So now all I gotta do is boot up GIMP. And if I understand this correctly, GIMP should now be actually useful and good for something. That's a lot of files it is loading. Querying new plugins. I'm gonna do the exact same test I just did. Oh, Patafon has uploaded. I love his videos. Okay, I can immediately see a little bit of improvement to the interface, I guess. There's a lot more space for the canvas. Okay. Let's bring this into GIMP. Where's the layers? They are down there. The interface is a bit better, but it's still very cluttered. Now, this layer here is going to be the background layer. Where's the paint bucket? Paint bucket, where are you? That's the eraser. Where's the paint bucket? Where's the paint bucket? Is it ink? No. Well, I can't find the paint bucket. Let's just make the brush big then. Where's the option to do that? Here, size. There, just to give it a background so you can see better. And also to test the moving elements here. Okay, new layer for the colors. Okay, now let's select here the layer with the line arts. Okay. This should be the... no. This should be the move tool. Okay, let's try to move this. It still moves the background layer, which is not supposed to be happening. I still gotta click the actual line arts. Also, just remembered I forgot to delete these guidelines and therefore create that gap here on the bottom. Oops. There. Okay. Oh, Control D on selects now. Nice. Alright, so now I have that gap there, okay? And I need to move this down, so let's do it. There. I moved it down. No, it's still not touching the edge. There. Now it is touching the edge. Okay. Let's now select everything, invert the selection, create the mask layer, and give it color. Let's see if it is still stupid, or if now it understands this picture is ending at the edge, or at least that it's supposed to end at the edge, and it's still stupid. It selected the inside. It still selects the inside. Where's the expansion stuff? Row, 1 pixel, invert the selection, go here, and let's add mask there. Yeah. GIMP is hopeless. Not only it still thinks it should select stuff that is beyond the edge of the canvas, but because of the selection that I had originally, it also included stuff up here that for whatever reason it thinks is supposed to be selected. Look at that. Guys, GIMP is not a good program. Stop saying it is a good program. It is not a good program. It's terrible. It doesn't suit people well. There's a very good reason, or should I say very good reasons, why most artists do not use GIMP. And I'm not making this up. you can find that out for yourself. GIMP is terrible. GIMP is not worth your time. If you need something to do, if you need a program to do something with an image, or you just want to draw something, just get Krita. Seriously, get Krita. It is completely free. It works perfectly well. It has all the features that an artist needs, at least most of them anyway. It's just good. It is just a good program. If you can't get Krita for whatever reason, excuse me, get Paint to get Paint.net, get Paint to Sci, anything but GIMP. GIMP is terrible. I am going to yank this thing out of my computer as soon as I can find it. GIMP. I'm pretty sure I have more programs than this installed. Why is GIMP not showing here? It's because it's not done loading everything. Alright, let's let that sit for a while. Yeah, GIMP is awful. Don't use GIMP. It is not worth your time. It is a bad program. Don't use it. Don't do GIMPs, kids. Oh man. Okay, close all of these. Alright, I think this is enough testing of GIMP. The GIMP experience is still a very bad one. GIMP is a bad program. It's not good. Get something else. Well, I still have a lot of time. Well, not a lot of time. I just look at the clock here on the bottom of the screen. I still have some time. What should I do to fill the time? Oh, by the way, I accidentally started making a full scene version of this picture here. I drew this using Commodore 64 graphics, I think last year. And I started making a full Photoshop version of this with all shading and stuff, and damn, I am loving this. But I'm not gonna be working with this now, though. I did like the head so much that I actually extracted just the head and made a silhouette like this. I'm going to use this as some kind of logo for something. Oh yes, actually, that is something that I could be working on. What is the name of the file? Or the folder, rather. Crap, I can't remember. Is it down here? Yes, it is. It's right here on the bottom. And is this the file I want? Yes, I think it is. Okay, so I told you guys before that I want to make a game. I don't know when I'm gonna do it or how, but I want to make a game. I know nothing about programming, and but I know I can make a game without actually knowing program. It is possible. Other people have done it. Anyway, bottom line is I want to make a program. I want to make a game. Well, I suppose you could say a game is a program. I want to make a game, and when I do it, I want to use this here as at least one of the logos in the game, I guess. But if I had a game developing studio, I would like to call it Viridian Draconis. Okay, I like the name, and I want to make a nice logo for that. So I started making this up. I like it. but it's still not quite finished. The thing is, this here is supposed to be an S, as in Draconis, you know? But it doesn't really look much like an S. I mean, I see an S here when I look, because I know what it is supposed to be, but people who haven't seen this before will probably just read Viridian Draconi. Hi, Bob. You're done eating? I went over there, ate a little bit, and came back. So, I gotta make this look more like an S. In which layer is that anyway? This is a mess. This is very messy. Yeah, there it is. It's this layer here. So I gotta turn this into a proper S, but I still want to make it look like a dragon. This is more like a noodle dragon, but still dragon. How do I make this look more like an S? Where's the text for the name? Ah, I turned it into an image. I see. But I still have the... Yes, it's here. Yeah, up there. Yeah, so originally I wrote Viridian Draconis just with a capital S at the end. And the way I started this dragon here was by drawing over this S. I think I can still use this S over here, but make a better looking dragon that should turn into an S. How am I gonna do this? Let's make this a bit bigger. Actually, no, let's not. Instead, select all, copy, paste, so now it is an image. Make new layer. Yes, on top we do fine. Let me reuse this head. So copy. Paste. Yes. Let's call this layer head. Oh, by the way, is this downloading? What happened here? Why is it like this? Whatever works, I guess. There, GIMP. Let's then install this thing. Alright, let's try to make this look like a dragon. I do want this S to turn into a tail down here. Are you sure you want to complete? Yes, I am sure I want to completely remove GIMP. GIMP still sucks. How old is GIMP anyway? It's like over 20 years, 30? Or at least close to 30 years old? How come they still couldn't get this thing to be good? Anyway. Let's grab the pen. I might need to make this neck thinner. Let me finish uninstalling this. If you want to completely remove any and all traces of a program from your computer when you uninstall it, or rather after you uninstall it, use Revo Uninstaller. There. No traces of GIMP left on my PC now. I have just de-GIMPified my PC. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work as well as I am hoping it will. Oops. That is not at all what I meant to do. Yeah. There we go. All right, now let's shape this. I maybe might want to have this tail actually go through here and behind the word Draconis. Otherwise I think I will still run into the issue of this dragon not really looking like an S. Well, it's supposed to look like a dragon, but it's supposed to be in the shape of the letter S. I might need another anchor point here. So this name, Viridian Draconis, I'm not going to change my username for Mike Dragon. This is just to be used when I make a game. It'll be like if I had a game developing studio. It's what it would be called. Who knows? Maybe in the future I might actually have an actual gaming studio. That would be awesome. And if I do, it will be called Viridian Draconis. I was supposed to do this. But yeah. This is what it is going to be identified as. Viridian Draconis. In case you might be wondering if it means anything, It does. This is actually 2 words, obviously, but also 2 languages. Draconis is Latin for dragon. As for Viridian, that is actually just English. But I looked this up. I forgot what Viridian is really supposed to mean in English. I mean, I know what it is. I just can't remember what it is. But these 2 put together are supposed to mean, I think it was Dragon of Green or Green Dragon, something like that. But yeah, that's what the name is supposed to mean. I think this is fine. What if I make this go up and then down here? Let's see. That looks more like a snake. That looks more like a snake. But I have to make this a little thicker. Yeah, this curve here can be a little better. There. This one here, oops, is also in need of a little bit extra work. I rubbed my right eye shortly ago. Now it's hard to see because it's a bit blurry. If it's a bit too flat over here, this needs to be a little more curved. Well, there's a corner there. It's still flat. What the hell? Stop being flat. It's flatter now. What the? Why? Jeez. That's better. Okay, let's make this here thicker. Green. Yeah. Over here, this also needs a little bit of work. It's a bit flat. I might need to add a couple more anchor points, maybe. Let's bring this tail a little closer to the word. Write this down. You gotta get the thickness right. Also the curvature. This here is not quite right. that's better. Alright, let's roll with this. Make selection. Yep. I'll give me this color. Okay, so this here is the word. And what am I looking for? The lasso. Hang on a second. Okay, yes. I can make the selection go this way. Hang on. Alright, let's remove this entire ladder. Now there's a little tiny small gap right here. Not exactly a gap, but there. Okay, now I gotta scratch my back. Shut up, phone. Okay. This here could be a little thicker. Am I on the right layer? Yes. Yeah, that should work. Make selection. There. Let's now sort. Shouldn't. Let's now work on this head. Balls. Forgot to hold control. There. What I need right now is basically to just remove this, whatever this is. But then after that, I am going to redraw some stuff here. So let's just do it. There. Because now, as you can see, there's that. Should I use the pen tool for this? Nah, I don't think it's actually going to be necessary. What if I start having problems with getting this shape correct? And I did not. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so that's the body. This is the name. I gotta now get head and layer 11 to become one single layer. Yeah, that's good. maybe put it over here like that. Does this look like an S? Is it more easy to see that dragon as the letter S? I think it is. Let's get this wing. Now I know these the color of this dragon and the word, they are the same. They are blending together. I'm still gonna work on that. So don't you worry. Let's move these two down to there. Okay. Now, how am I going to unblend these two together? Oof, this contrast is very bad. Let's use a different color for that. That's not much better. It's a bit hard on the eyes. That is just as worse. No. Yeah, that's better. That works. Alright. Let's see, blending options. Drop shadow. Copy layer style. Let's paste it there. Yeah, that helps see it a little better as its own thing. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to merge the wing with the S there. Yes. Let me duplicate this layer to have a backup. And remove the layer style from there. Hide this. Merge down. There we go. Now I can apply the layer style. This can still be a bit better. I actually think these two colors that I already have here, they are that same green. Yes, they are. Okay. So these two here. So, no, hang on a second. I cannot apply a gradient to this S like I was going to, because if I do it the way it is right now, it is also going to basically erase this darker green here. Here, let me show you. Oh, I thought I had the gradient. Never mind. So yeah, like this. Well, But it's actually not too bad. Let's do the same thing for the name. Or the I forgot to lock the layer. Ah. There we go. But the dark there, it is blending a little too much. How can I make this even better? Maybe I should make the dragon a little darker. Or instead, just go a little further down. Yeah. But there is another problem here. Although that looks a little more like the letter S, because there is no distinction between the neck and the wing, it kind of blends too much. I need the neck, the curvature here, to be visible, which means I have to separate the wing from the body. Here, call this wing. There. Merge down. Okay, so these two, they will have to be separate from one another. Paste layer style. Oh. No, hold on. I cannot have... Ooh. I cannot have the drop shadow on the wing, or can I? I forgot to lock the layer again. Man, I miss live streaming and doing art on stream. Okay, let's do the same thing with the wing. Hey, I remember to lock the layer now. I remembered. Yeah, that doesn't work well. I mean, this works a little better, I guess. Yeah, I think this is fine. I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna have to group these three layers here. Let's call this horizontal V2. And let's duplicate this group to vertical V2. hide that. Now, oh, actually, no, before I hide it. Ooh, I forgot to add a gradient to the word there. Hold up. Your name. Why did I? Yes, I did. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Duplicate. And send this over to vertical v2. Now let's make this one match the older one. Shut up, Photoshop. Oh, I think it's because I have the layers inside this group locked. Oh no, it was because I had the wrong tool selected. There we go. Okay, they are matching. So let's hide now the older one. Okay, so this is the first version, the older one, and this is now the newer one. Yeah, I think that does look better. Saved. I haven't saved. Always remember to often save your progress, whatever you are doing, because you never know when something might go wrong and you might lose all of it. Okay, let's now work on the vertical V2. Yeah, that word was 100% out of place. I mean, the S is... And... Ooh. Hang on. I may have made a mistake. Yes. Yes, I did. Duplicate. Put these here. And delete these. Let's remove the word copy from these. I don't need that there. Okay, hide the horizontal and make the vertical visible again. And where's the original vertical? Here. Okay, I'm gonna have to separate the layer name into two things, because this layer has the words Viridian and Draconis in the same layer, and I need Viridian to be one layer and Draconis to be another. So let's do that. Actually, here's a very easy way to do that. Without having to select, copy, paste, erase, blah blah blah. We just duplicate this layer. Let's call this layer Viridian. And the original layer is going to be Draconi. No S, just Draconi. Okay, now with the layer Draconi selected, let's select the word Viridian and delete. And from Viridian, on the layer Viridian I mean, we select Draconi and delete. So now each one of these is a separate thing from one another. Okay? Okay. So now what I gotta do is select these three layers, Draconi, S, Dragon, and Wing. So these here. And where's the vertical? Here, vertical V1. And place them on top of this one. Perfect match. Now I gotta do the same thing with Viridian. There we go, perfect. And hide the vertical V1. Something feels a bit off here. I can't quite tell what. I forgot to lock the layer again. Yeah. Oh, me and my awful memory. Is that any better? I don't think it is better. Undo. No, actually, it is a bit better. It is a bit better. Gives a little more contrast, which is good. So the words are a little easier to read. However, the gradient doesn't seem quite right. What about now? Yeah, that's a bit better. You know what would be a little cooler? If I had this tail going behind the N and I, and then through the O and in front of the C. That would be kind of cool. The only problem would be, how the fudge would I layer all of that? I mean, it can be done. Just gotta think how to do it right. Yeah. But yeah, hey. That's basically done. I still think, though, that there's something wrong here. I still can't tell what. Should I maybe have this down here? That doesn't seem to make a difference. What if I do this? Yeah, I guess this is fine as it is. Okay, let's save this and convert this here into a PNG so I can use it on the splash screen mockup that I've made. Vertical sample, let's name this V2 and rename this one, the first one, V1. Oh, there's the horizontal one as well. Sorry, I was in doubt if I had applied the gradient to this one, so I was checking. Yes, I do have it. Horizontal sample V1, but this one is going to be V2. Saved, yes, and save this too. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's copy this over to this file, because I am 100% gonna need this color set eventually. Again. Okay, just do that. So now I can close this, and let's bring both of these into Photoshop, because there's another thing I gotta do with them. Select all, new, oops, paste, close this, and let's do the same thing for this one. So what I just did here is remove all of the blank space that was around here. Because the way I saved this, these two at first, it was including all of this blankness on the sides. Even more so with the vertical version, which is this one here. So now, the canvas itself on these two, they are just the size of the elements present in them. Okay. Close this, and let's open this. Also this. So copy this and put it here. So this here is just a mock-up of what a loading screen could be like on the game that I want to make. Oh my god, it's the head that I gotta match. I think it is right. Yeah. Okay, so this here is the original one, so let me copy that layer style and paste on top of this one. This here can be smaller. The problem here is now being that glow. But it's okay. Let's just remove the glow altogether. Clear layer style. Clear. And clear. Why do I have the G and the B capitalized? This is not a title. Yes, this here needs to go down a little bit. That's better. So hide that and delete this one. A game by. Let's apply the same gradient to this. Should I invert? Let me try. Yeah, that looks a bit nicer. It should look a little better if I add a drop shadow as well. So drop shadow, but do not use the global light. Negative 90 degrees, so the shadow is being projected upwards. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. What if I give a drop shadow to this here as well? No, it's not gonna be good. Because this here has a lot of glow to it. Yeah, let's leave that as is. And yeah, I think this second version of the mock-up is done. Let's just replace that PSD file. So yeah, this is just a mock-up, as I said. This is what a loading screen on the game that I'm still gonna make could look like. My concern is whether or not this here can actually be understood as the letter S. So like, someone who has never heard me explaining what this is supposed to be, just look at this and say, yes, that is an S. That is the word Draconis. Just the S looks like a dragon. I still have some doubt about that. But I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think about this. All I know is that I like this logo. I like the logo and the name. Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine for now. That's fine for now. Save this one more time to make sure it is actually saved. Oh, not that one. This one. Yeah, look at the difference. Oh yes, this one looks much better than this one. The wing could work, could use some work. Yeah, the wing could be better. Then again, all of this is still just a work in progress. I am still figuring out what this logo should look like. And in fact, that wing is actually this one here. I just copied, removed the effects from, and shrunk. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to go. It's now 6:10. It is already dark outside. It's raining also, which is great to drive as an Uber with rain, because more people usually call an Uber for the ride because they don't want to get wet. And regardless, with or without rain, I gotta hit the streets and drive all night long until Monday morning. You know what the quote-unquote problem of driving as an Uber driver is on Saturdays and Sundays? There's a lot of drunk people. There's a lot of drunk people that call an Uber. I mean, it's great that they are calling an Uber because they are not gonna drive while drunk. So yes, good. That's responsible thinking. But man, they stink of alcohol and beer. And some of them are a little too happy, you know, the happy drunk happy, or whatever. I remember this one. It wasn't just one. It was actually three or four folks I picked up a few Sundays ago, or was it Saturday? I don't know. I picked them up by dawn. They were so drunk, so loud. One of them was sitting on the front seat on the passenger side, constantly turning back to talk to his friends. But every word was always shouted. Every time the person opened his mouth, I kind of flinched a little bit, like, you know, when you are hearing something too loud and you are like, you know? Oh man. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, I gotta go because I still gotta prep the car also. And ooh, I'm gonna get myself wet doing that. But yeah, guys, I wish I could say I will be seeing you very soon on the next stream on Friday, on the Gaming Friday, or the Chill Art Sunday on the next Sunday, but as I have explained earlier at the start of the stream, I still can't live stream normally, like you know, once or twice a week, like I have been doing before I started working as an Uber. I am still trying. I promise you, I will figure it out. The schedules. I will figure it out a way, if it is any possible, of course, to be an Uber driver and still do my streams, even if I have to change the day of the week or end hours. I would try to find a way that I can make those two match, so I can still keep doing these. I really like streaming. It's very fun. You have no idea how much I missed doing a live stream. So when I realized I had the chance to stream today, I was like, yay! But yeah, it's super fun. Also, I accidentally found a few fun games for the ZX Spectrum that I would like to play on stream as well. Also, the other day I was browsing through my games folder, games that I downloaded from itch.io some time ago, and I found many games there that seem very fun that I haven't played yet, even by myself, regardless of playing them on stream. I would like to play those on stream at some point, as soon as possible. Also, these new ones that I found on for the ZX Spectrum. And of course, doing art on Sundays. I love doing this. I really miss doing this. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me for today. Again, I wish I could say that I'm gonna see you guys again next week. I most likely will not be streaming again for another while. So yeah, if you ever wonder why I haven't gone live on a Friday or a Sunday at the usual times, that's why. But yeah, Albion just casually fossilizing. Yes, there's also Albion. And you know what's funny? Well, not funny, but it's not funny. Ironic, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. Albion is one of the games that I'm playing on the long. What am I calling those again? Long series playthroughs. Before I started playing Albion on stream, I kept saying that I hadn't started playing that game on stream yet because it was going to be a very long playthrough, and I was afraid of starting that one before I had any certainty that things would actually be more stable in my life, because I did not want to repeat what happened to my Brightly Witch Chronicles playthrough, where I started. That was a long playthrough, where I start this longer playthrough than other long ones, and then because of uncertainties in my life, I'm forced to stop. Excuse me. I'm forced to stop live streaming for a while for some reason. So that very long playthrough ends up, well, basically dying halfway through, and I didn't want that to happen again. Especially with Albion, which is, I believe, an even longer playthrough than Brightly Witch Chronicles. But it was taking too long between the last long series that I did, which I think it was Star Fox Adventures. I think it was the last one, or it was Need for Speed. It was either one of those. They were not very long playthroughs. They were, they were longer than some games that I play on stream. But anyway, it was taking a very long time between the last very long playthrough that I did, which was Brightly Witch Chronicles, and the next one, which turned out to become I was gonna say Animal Albion. And I was holding off starting Albion because I was afraid I would end up having to halt that playthrough. But it was taking so long, and I decided to, you know what, screw it, let's just do it. Let's start. And then exactly what I feared ended up happening, where because of uncertainties in my life, stuff happening, I basically had to stop streaming. So now the Albion playthrough is, as Riptane put it, it's fossilizing. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, guys, how I'm gonna manage to continue my streams while being an Uber driver. I can only promise you that I will keep trying to figure out a way to make this stream still happen, so I can continue that playthrough and start new ones. I want to play Bridal Witch Chronicles 2 as well. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to stream again, whether it is a Gaming Friday with a game, or another short Sunday with art, of course. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do it again, but no. Oh, I just realized this N here it almost looks like one of the paws of the dragon there. Well, that's neat. Anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming again. Hopefully soon, but do not hold your breath for the Gaming Friday next Friday, or any other Friday for that matter, or any other day of the week for that matter. And don't hold your breath for the short Sunday either. I really wish I could do them again next week. But yeah, I cannot promise they are gonna happen. All I can do is promise you that I will still try to figure out a way for these streams to happen. But anyway, stay tuned on any posts that I may post on DeviantArt, Twitter, or YouTube, or whatever. Whatever I figured out and when I figure it out, I will post about it. So yeah, you guys will be informed. But yeah, just note this, that until further notice, all of my streams are suspended. Today was an exception, a happy one, but an exception nonetheless. I doubt that I'm gonna be able to do this exception next weekend as well. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me for today. Thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had some fun. Do not use GIMP. Use Krita instead if you can't get a copy of Photoshop. And if you do get a copy of Photoshop, do remember to pirate it, because pirating Adobe products, that is always the right course of things. That is the frick. What is the word again? It's the moral thing to do. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, if not Photoshop, get yourself Krita. Or if you're willing to spend money on some art program, I don't know, buy some other thing that isn't Photoshop. Bottom line is, do not give your money to Adobe. Don't give your money to Adobe. And don't use GIMP either, because it sucks. Use Krita. But yeah, guys, again, thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you all again on the next stream, whenever that's gonna be. But yeah, until then, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. Sleep well when you go to bed, and as always, dream of dragons. So Reptane, Cora, everyone else, I don't know who's watching. I never check, never will. Again, thank you so much, guys. Have a good one, and bye bye. Dream of dragons. See you. Okay. Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find new feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up. Go bad on taking trips because they'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let that my opinion of the chin up. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the fate. I said if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's both been elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the year. Good bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let
hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just grow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on thinking just because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you plan.